Hello, mother truckers. It is me, Ash, joined with Piggy.
Hello.
Say hello, Piggy.
Hello.
You little bit. We are here for some news. What news do you say? Well, we've got some news.
We got
not news.
Oh. Nah, we got a lot of news. A lot of news came out over the weekend. And obviously we take the weekends off. So unfortunately we have to catch up. People have already read the news now. So we have one published on the 23rd, which why would you publish news on a Sunday? One published and possibly updated on the Monday, and obviously one released today on the 25th, as is when this video likely will be. Or tomorrow. Unsure yet. But regardless, Piggy, we have three options, three helpings of news. Jay Brown's new friend. The only reason I bring it up, because I fucking predicted it. Didn't I just? Look at me. It's almost like I watched the show. Graham Foster, Freddie's dad, who, well, Freddie was conceived out of rape, so he is going to be on the show, seemingly a very short return. But Freddie will be asking some very important questions in the coming week. And Patsy Kensit tipped for return as Emma Harding. Now, Piggy, I hear that you're Patsy Kensit's biggest fan. How excited are you?
Oh man, I'm over the moon. I am over the moon. I love Patsy Kensit. I think she's a great actress. It's gonna be so fun seeing her back.
It's so weird. Because they gave her shit to work. They gave her terrible writing to work with. Like, they made her really weird, a very strange bit on the side of Lola's death. But she suddenly impressed everyone. Like, were they watching what we were watching? Emma was fucking terrible. That's not a knock on Patsy Kensit. She did the best of what she got, but she got this weird, like, complex but unsure, kind of like shielded. You don't really know what her motives are. But, like, lads, it was such a strange character. But obviously, if we're going by what the leak suggested, there'll be a custody battle between Billy and Jay and Ben. And I feel like Emma will probably take, like, Lexi and just go to America or something. So, what do you reckon, Piggy?
Yeah, looking forward to it. I don't know what she'll be doing, but
it'll be about, like, Lexi, right?
Hopefully.
I imagine they'll bring her in saying, "Oh, I miss so much of Lola's. I'm not missing Lexi's," you know? Maybe, like, Lexi decides that, you know, she's struggling with having three dads, or maybe she wants, like, a mum kind of character. Obviously seen last at the funeral. But I'll read a bit of this report just to kind of say, Eastenders star Patsy Kensit is said to have impressed fans and bosses of the long-running BBC show and has tipped to step foot in Walford again. Patsy obviously played Emma Harding, the long-lost mother of Lola Pierce Brown. Things got a bit too much and she left. Patsy made quite the impression, rumours of her coming back to EastEnders starting to emerge. A source told The Mirror that the star has started recording scenes. Patsy has been back in Albert Square filming on multiple occasions this month, so it seems fans have not seen the last of Emma. Patsy has really impressed the bosses and is a big hit with the rest of the cast. She loves the show too, so she was thrilled to return as Emma. I mean, yeah, she's obviously coming back. Like, I feel like what EastEnders needs to realise is they have a genuine star in Patsy Kensit. Like, she can be, like, one of the main attractions of the show. Like, she is that good. but they really have to iron out the weird little kinks of the character to kind of make everybody get on side. That's what I think. Like, none of this weird shit, none of this intimidating children. Like, you gotta just fully commit to her being a fully fledged proper character. None of these, like, conflicting motivations. Well, I look forward to it. The actress is, like, good enough, and she'll do a great job of it. Like we said, hopefully the writing's just a little bit better for her.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm excited because I do want to know what she will be doing. I don't know what she'll be doing, but I will be excited.
Yeah, like, it will be fun and it will be good, but like obviously we mocked her a lot on the podcast, but we weren't mocking the actress at all. Like, you know, she clearly did the best of what she had. But like we said, hopefully she gets a little bit better writing this time. But then there were a lot of holes just kind of like crudely filled in with the Lola death storyline. As good as it was, there was a lot of questionable aspects. But Piggy, next up, we're going to be talking about Jay's secret mystery friend.
Ooh.
So obviously, we made a video about Jay's mystery friend because in one of the Digital Spy articles, I saw a little something. I went, oh, Jay's mystery friend, because the idea is obviously Ben and Jay aren't going to get along. You know, like, they're obviously going to fall apart. Ben's a mentally ill wreck, and Jay's struggling, but has, like, 2 businesses to try keep up, and, like, you know, he's not doing well. He's not really dealing with the grief. And the report says, Eastenders confirms new friendship for Jay Brown after Lola's death. Eastenders Jay Brown will bond with Gina Knight next week as their personal problems collide. Jay initially shares a drink with Gina, who is struggling with her sisters and her decisions to find a private investigator to track down their missing mum at Rhodes. Gina is horrified when she discovers that Anna stole money to hire a private investigator and contemplates revealing all to their dad, George. She eventually decides not to, but gives Anna an ultimatum: it's her or their mum. When Anna decides to follow through with the plan anyways, Gina struggles to cope and goes off the rails. Jay is enjoying a quiet drink in the Albert when he is joined by Gina, who begins to drink rapidly. As they talk, she implores Jay to look after Lexi in wake of Lola's death, echoing her own experience growing up without a mum. With drinks flowing, Jay gets swung under the stick when Gina places her hand on his leg and makes a hasty exit. Gina then heads to buy drugs from the dealer she met in Peggy's a few weeks back. The following day, Elaine asks Gina and Anna to hand out promotional flyers in an attempt to steal customers from the Albert for the Women's World Cup. And while dropping off leaflets at the car lot, Gina and Jay have a heart-to-heart. Gina gives Jay advice on parenting Lexi, sharing her own experience growing up without a mum, as they are able to put the awkward encounter from the night before behind them. Unfortunately, Gina's good mood doesn't last long when she finds out that Anna has gone ahead and met with a private investigator to share information about her mum's disappearance. And showboss Chris Clanshaw said that Jay would be finding a new friendship in the aftermath of Lola's death. I've only got one fucking thing to say, Piggy.
You were right.
I fucking called it, motherfuckers. I said, obviously this was done before the Knights actually arrived. So I went, probably Gina. Gina's the slightly older one, you know, like. There's definitely like a big chance that it's one of them, and people get the wrong end of the stick, and he's not ready, he's not in a relationship, but like will be a big support. And I fucking called it. Ah, it feels good. Like, unsurprisingly, if you spend like fucking hours each week talking about the show, you kind of do actually know what's going on. So there we are. I look forward to Jay and Gina. I think their dynamic will be something we haven't seen before. And it'll be nice to see a platonic friendship that probably will lead into an actual relationship in the end. That's all I'm saying. What do you think, Piggy?
I'm looking forward to it. Oh, big stretch. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I threw a big stretch. I'm a dog, yes. You were right. Not going to criticize you. You were right. Nothing more I can say. I'm looking forward to it. Here's hoping that it's not turning into a love angle.
I think it will eventually, right? Like, for the longest time it won't be, but I feel like it will, likely.
Then George Knight gets pissed.
Like, obviously, like, I think once Cindy appears, like, that'll, like, fully kick it up, and she'll, like, I need to relax, and then Jay'll help her with some substance abuse, or she, like, gets with Dean or something, I don't know. But I think her and Jay will likely have a bit of a future. The third story is going to be Graham Foster returns. Graham Foster obviously is Freddie's dad. Not by choice, obviously. Graham Foster sexually assaulted little Mo in 2003. There were some court scenes and she got him, like, arrested and sent to prison for 8 years. And essentially, it's been described as a short stint. And that's definitely exactly what it's going to be. Probably be like an episode or two maximum. Because I can't imagine he'll get a particularly friendly reception in the square, especially not from the Slaters. But it's a part of the storyline where Freddie figures out who his dad is, because they all think it's Billy. Well, Freddie thinks it's Billy because, you know, they were together around the time. You know, hopefully it was just Billy. But ultimately, he has to know, all right? If you grow up without having a dad or knowing your dad, you know, I'd imagine you build up this image of what you expect them to be. And that's why there's all the stories of, like, people finally finding their dad and they're like a fucking shitter and just garbage. So, yeah. It's going to be good. And it's going to be nice to see, obviously, the actor, Bobby Brazier, get some more serious work to do. Because we know he can do the comedy. We know he can do the funny stuff. And we know he can kind of do the serious stuff, but he doesn't ever really get the chance. So, yeah, Piggy. Thoughts?
Excited? You?
Any more thoughts?
I don't know how to describe, because I've never seen this man before.
True. This is, like, completely new. Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. Honestly, it'll be interesting how they frame it. Honestly, because, you know, he did rape little Mo. That's undisputable. He did do it. So it'll be interesting to see whether he's a reformed character, whether he, like, feels guilt about what he did, like, you know, like, genuine, like, you know, has he been rehabilitated, or is he, like, is he a bad guy? Is he still, like, a bad person, you know? That's going to be an interesting angle. And I forgot, there's another story. And there's going to be a surprise pregnancy. Or so it seems. So, Piggy, you've seen some of this. Do you want to describe our next news story?
There is a surprise pregnancy coming on the square. I don't know why there's a picture of Sonia. I don't think Sonia is the one who is pregnant.
Oh, no. No. She is, it's Sonia.
Is it?
There is a chance that Sonia and Reese become parents. Which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. But I also absolutely love it. Like, imagine Reese trying to parent. How unreasonable is that? And you know, it is soaps, alright? People have kids when they're slightly older. Obviously, Linda had a kid, like, a couple of years ago. Everybody thought she was a bit past it. Sharon had a kid, and she's, like, mid-50s. Sonia's only 38.
What?
Like, Sonia is played as if she's 50, but she is only 38 years old.
Oh.
I don't know how old Reese is. It probably isn't known yet.
Probably late 30s.
He's not in his late 30s. Are you taking the piss?
Early
Reese is like a late 40s, like mid 50s kind of guy. It's not fucking 30s. Taking the piss, man. How old is Johnny Freeman? Nobody knows. Well, that's fair enough, honestly. Yeah, essentially, in scenes airing next week on BBC One, Sonia realized that her period is late and was worried that she could possibly be pregnant. Something is far from ideal, as Sonia's still dealing from the fallout that Reese's partner is is still married to Debbie, who lives in a care home. Reese tries to set up his lunch date with Sonia as an apology for his previous insensitivity around Sonia's feeling towards Debbie. Unfortunately for Reese, he Jesus Christ. He accidentally puts his foot in it when he starts drunkenly sharing his negative views towards the prospect of children, completely unaware of Sonia's predicament. Is Sonia really pregnant? And if so, how will Reese feel about the idea of being a father? I want this. I want this. I need Sonia and Reese to become parents. I really need it. I don't think it'll happen. Like, if I had to put money on it, I would genuinely say that Sonia's not pregnant and it's all going to be a misunderstanding. But if they say, let's adopt a child, you know, maybe do something like that. But fucking hell, I honestly can't tell, but I need it. Imagine Reese and Sonia being parents. Ooh.
Would be funny. It would be funny.
And plus it means there's another kid growing up on the square as well. Because the fucking Jacksons, like, they barely exist on the square anymore. Sonia's the only one. Well, Branning, you know, they barely exist on the square anymore. We need more numbers. I'd love to see Sonia become a parent again. And there we are. That is the news video covering all of the topics. That being Jay's mystery friend, Patsy Kensit's return, Graham Foster's return, and a surprise pregnancy. I, for one, hope it happens, but that is just me. What do you think? Make sure to tell us in the comment section down below. And yeah, thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.